Alright, let's see where this will lead us to. I'll go to the excavation work. Alright, everyone's ready? Yes! Here goes nothing! Alex and the girls jumped into the shining glide created by the teleportation device. Why did everyone start running? Oh. The young doctor felt like he was floating in the air and lost all sense of direction. After a few seconds, he once again sensed solid ground under his feet. That's it? Yeah! It feels weird teleporting around when it's not Platna using your spell. It's incredible that the horrors were able to build a contraption with the same effect. If the Poppins reverse engineered it, we could go anywhere we want in an instant. Does that mean you're not gonna need Platna anymore? Platna, that's absolutely never going to happen. Hey, don't even joke about that. You idiot! You're my cute wife! I need you for many more reasons than a silly teleport spell. Okay. Anyway, where do you think we are? Good question. If only I could use a map right now, in the middle of a dialogue, I could tell you. Alex studied the surroundings and looked at Charles in the hopes of hearing an answer. For whatever reason, she was busy munching on a whole chocolate roll cake. Oh. What? Did we have it in the bag and she just took it from us? I think we are at the bottom of the terrace well near a blue circle. And the terrace well is a large complex of ruins located in the region east of the Holy Knight's Sanctum. Or maybe she had a snack in. Nah, that backpack is full of slates. Nope. She took it from us. This place is closely related to the Mother Eve and her life. Ooh. Stop talking while eating that thing. You're spitting crumbs everywhere. Sorry. I guess I've been working my head so much that I felt a sudden urge to eat something sweet. Oh, chocolate roll cake is pretty overkill though. I don't even want to think how many calories that was. I'll be fine! I mean, you're always moving around a lot. I always wanted to visit the famous ruins of the Racewell. It is said that the spring at the center was created by the Holy Mother herself. Apparently, she often came here after her travels to cleanse her body in these waters. Yep, Yuragi is the right person to ask when it comes to religious sites. I'm pretty sure she knows more about this place than me. Alex, could you get me a cup of coffee? Sure. Alex produced a thermos from his bag and poured some of the black liquid for his wife. Okay, so we're at the bottom of a complex of ancient ruins. Alex raised his head and gazed at the huge structure in amazement. Wait, this place is way too huge to be just a well. The Holy Mother liked to do things in grand style. Anyway, we should be able to get to the Holy Knight's Sanctum from here. Let's contact Rona and... A heavy object suddenly fell into the nearby spring, splashing water into the air. What was that? A person jumped from up there. Wait, what? Oh, Eve, you're drowning! Alex dove into the spring and reached an individual that motionlessly floated on its surface. Is something wrong? Do you need help? No. It's already too late. She's dead. The victim was a young girl who had been killed by a clean cut running through her neck. This was done with a blade. She's been killed and then thrown down here. Are you serious? What? Huh? What now? Alex, look! The waters of the terrace well are shining! It's just like the blue tide! Ah, crap! What's going on all of a sudden? Ugh! Alex turned towards the corpse and noticed that it had melted into a black goop! Alex! Get back up here, quick! The young doctor frantically swam towards the well's edge and pulled himself back onto dry land. After heaving a sigh, he remembered what had happened to the corpse and carefully felt his body with both hands. Am I melting too? Wait, what about my hair? I'm not going bald, right? You're fine. Your gray mane is still there, all in one piece. But your hairline is receding a bit here. Really? Just a little bit, compared to when we first met several years ago. I'm sure you're going to be fine. I'm so going to prescribe myself a bunch of medicines to make it hair loss once we're back home. By the way, speaking of home, I completely forgot to get to the lectures. Oops. But what's going on with that water? And where did that poor girl come from? Oh, something goes really bad. The remains of the dead girl dissolved completely, leaving her torn clothes on the water's surface. I bet this has something to do with the Animus reactor. Yeah, I think so as well. Cheryl took out the tablet she brought from the mothership and displayed the reactor's blueprints. Let's assume that the Holy Knight Sanctum is the control unit of the Animus reactor. Right here. The terrace well is located directly east, which would place it over the soul intake of the contraption. Wait, does that mean they're killing people to fill up the Animus reactor with more souls? Someone affiliated with the Ishtab must be at the top of the terrace well. That's simply unforgivable! Platna can't use her teleport spell! It must be because of the raw magical power leaking from the reactor's intake. I'm sure we'll be able to use it again once we have stopped them from charging it with more souls. Alright, let's climb to the top of these ruins and see what's going on. Alex and his wife successfully reached Royal Garden and decided to ascend the terrace well. Let me... That's a big heart. Let me go back home. I'm gonna yell. Ah! The moment we entered here, we get healed? Wait, what? For a second there, I wanted to get back here and rest, but there's no resting place. But we get healed by just having this? Also, fuck it. Let's get to the lecture so I don't have to do it later. On a sunny day, after Alex and his wives had brought the tablet they found at the Horus mothership home. Let's see here. Cheryl rolled around on the sofa while playing around with the device. Huh. I thought we used all those tokens we had for that thing. Does it still work anyway? Yeah, but we can't access the data that's inside. It sounds like it's out of power. It doesn't even need to be charged with Magi battery to operate. How is it still working then? Maybe you powered it up? The spring? That's how Poppin's contraptions work. And this is Horus technology? What if it's powered by a mysterious energy that suddenly manifested in Charles' body? Hey, I'm not that kind of character. And what's that power supposed to be anyway? Your life force? Oh, it's just you, Andy. Please stop appearing right behind me while saying spooky things. It's bad for my heart. Really? Sounds harsh. Good timing, Pikachu. The girls are all here. Let's check out these snacks. Alex's wives had fallen into the habit of gathering in the living room by following the grumble of their bellies. The horrors could really create some amazing contraptions. Their technology must have been centuries ahead of ours. Well, of course, they even had a massive spaceship that could fly through the sky. Rather, it's weirder to think that our civilization couldn't reproduce a single one of their creations. That's an interesting thought. And I have something about that topic right here. On the tablet? Can you read new articles even without paying with those rare tokens? Yeah, there are a couple that can be accessed for free. Yay! So it's not that bad of a scammers than we originally thought. It's not much, but you can find a couple of interesting reads. So, what does it say about the fact that we can't reproduce any of their contraptions? Apparently, we're missing something that only existed in their native world. Huh. And what's that supposed to be? Their creations were powered by a black and goopy oil that they called the blood of the planet. Oil? It looks like it cannot be found in our world. So, it's not like they couldn't repair their spaceship. They just ran out of fuel? Well, that explains why they could build the Animus reactor. Yeah, apparently they came up with the design even before they developed spaceships. It looks like it's a pretty primitive machine for their standards. I do have preferred that they hadn't built something so dangerous on our world, but whatever. Kinda thought back to the terrible crisis that Epity had caused and let out alongside. Alright, it's time to prepare these snacks. I'm thinking about making jelly donuts for everyone. Perfect timing. I was getting a little hungry. Just jelly donuts? Of course not! We can use the same dough to make some meat buns as well. Yay, yay, meat! Let me help you knead the dough then. Wait, huh? When did Yuragi start helping you cook? Step back, everyone! The appliances always explode whenever she steps into the kitchen. Not anymore. I'm steadily becoming a better and better housewife. That's awesome. Question mark? But she's only helping with the dough. You tried doing that then? Let me tell you, kneading the dough isn't an easy task. You need a certain finesse to your motions. Why are you snapping at me now? The dough always ends up as hard as a rock whenever I try to help. Then just add more water? Once again, Alex's snack time worked its magic and made the girls forget about their worries. Good job, Yuragi. Today's donuts are super yummy. They're so soft. And what's with this crazy sweetness? They taste even better than the ones we bought at that famous Clarkian shop. You mean that small chain called Donut Sun? Yeah, that one. I got this recipe from an old man who used to work there. Even Ender's devouring them like crazy. Alex watched his wife wolf down the snacks and stretched out a hand to grab a donut himself. But I never would have guessed that those stashes were the hardest themselves. Yes, it really was a shocking development. Personally, not that much. I kinda had a thought that they were real horses, but petrified somehow. And there are so many things we still don't know about them. Want to go over what we've learned so far? Maybe it can help us collect our thoughts? Okay. Let me get to the Encyclopedia Paranormalia so we can use it as a reference. Please don't bother. That book is full of oh, shut up, you! Cheryl grabbed her husband's collar and pulled him back while reaching, god damn it, for another donut with her other hand. This tablet is all we need. It contains some info about the horrors that we can access for free. Is it another article? Something that the horrors used to read? Yeah. Despite their technological superiority, they studied their customs very carefully. And those pieces are great at helping us understand their society better. You'd be surprised to hear all the exciting things I've learned from them. Did you find out what that mysterious force they were using was? Apparently it was something similar to the magical power that exists in our world. So, magical power, horse version? Mom said that the horrors could use the force to do lots of crazy things. Like jump really high. Yeah, it seems that each horrors could use it in a slightly different ways. Huh? You're right. It sounds like just like our magical powers and our spells. Charlotte grabbed another donut while pressing her sugary fingers across the tablet screen. I'm having a hard time reading. Holy crap. I mean, I gotta take a little bit of a break from playing this shit. Really? Why am I having a hard time? Anyway, maybe they... I think I actually know the reason. I've been editing a shit ton of videos that I've piled up from this game. Anyway, the force was what let the horse pass through Curie's cell. That they used mind-bending tricks. I see. So that's why. You will let me pass. Child, do you think that you will undress and show me your boobies? You know, the horrors are produced in a way similar to us humans. According to what I found, looks like it. Maybe we weren't so different from each other. We could communicate without a problem. And their morals even sounded pretty similar to ours. No wonder QG let them stay. I guess he became just another race living in our world. But in the end, they all died anyway. Yeah, about that part. Amelia! That's my choco donut! You've already eaten yours! Put it down! Ouch! Charles slapped her sister's hand and then resumed her lecture. Rude? The period of the horror split into two groups after getting stranded on our world. One went to live with the cowards in the forest, and the other joined Ishchat's settlement. I wonder if they couldn't integrate into human society because they looked so different. Look, the Poppins are way weirder and definitely more problematic. And they managed anyway. I mean, to be quite perfectly honest, y'all are just huge racists against Annies. Like, Jesus Christ, especially Iragi. Maybe that's why they didn't want to live with you humans, given how cruel you are to those guys. Just because they're weird. But Poppins aren't that weird. I think they are quite similar to us. I guess, take Brownie for example. She's a little crude, but she's a real beauty even for human standards. You don't want her still, do you? Alex thought back to the size of his Poppins wife. I wondered if something was wrong with his head. Anyway, this is something we learned from Ishap's records, so we can't be sure that it's true. Still, some of the horrors that met the Hollow Knight and the High Saint ended up following the former. Right, so they betrayed Ishtap's settlement. Wait, can we even call it a betrayal? I'm not sure, maybe it was more like a defection. But in the end, even those horrors that accompanied the Hollow Knight turned against him. Maybe he really was a tyrant? Yeah, that could be the reason. Did you find a clue about why the horrors disappeared from our world? It seems that they ran out of the force that granted them their powers at one point. Huh? Okay. I don't even want to imagine what would happen to us humans if magical power suddenly vanished from the world. I'm surprised that the horrors went ahead with their plan to betray the Holy Knight anyway. I guess that they had to stop him at all costs. Yeah, maybe he was about to start a second barbaric era or something. You sure that those ruins in Hidden Land are really what remains of their marship? I mean, I can't imagine something that big flying in the sky. Yeah, I can hardly believe it myself. The interior was huge. They've even found a teleportation device inside. Oh right, about that. Apparently they used a similar contraption to travel incredible distances through outer space. Is outer space really that big? I'm sure it is much bigger than the sea we sail on with our boat. Come on, you can't even compare them. Outer space is much bigger than that. And they came to our world with a ship that could travel all that distance. Yeah, the horrors were out of this world. Literally. I've even found a description of their native world. It was pretty similar to ours, but apparently it was created by an entity they called the Creator God. Some legends say that the Holy Mirror was conceived by a higher deity as well. And, well, could you confirm that pretty much? A deity even higher than Mother Eve. They're just legends, who knows if they are even true? Alright, I guess it should be ready by now. Alex gazed at the nearby clock and rushed to the kitchen. Don't tell me. Yep, it's ready! Watch out, it's still hot from the oven! Wowie! Cinnamon raisin bread! I knew it! We're totally gonna overeat again! Amelia, your sister said you don't have to worry because you're already a blooded soul. Sis! I was just saying. Just saying! Seriously. No, wait! Could you stop talking about me behind my back? It's fine, girls, no worries. I kept the sugar to a minimum. You can eat as much as you want. Yeah! I can't get enough of Alex's cooking! Yeah, completely fine. I should probably be fine. You've got that right. Here, have another slice. Alex's wife pounced on the freshly baked sweet bread and devoured it in a heartbeat. I guess that, for us, our Alex is the real creator god. The chef creator god? The girls fell in love with their husband once again thanks to the legendary taste of his sweets. Awesome. And then there were two, which who knows when they're gonna be unlocked, honestly. They're way sweet. Alright, we only have one medical record and we're not gonna get any until who knows when. Well, Alex, I think this is going to be a perfect spot for some R&R. What? Kinda opened the door to the old shack and found a wide room full of cleaning tools. This building must be used by the members of the church who come here to perform rituals. Wanna take a break in here? Alex and his wives found a spot where they could safely rest without being attacked by monsters. Oh! Hopping station. I'm beat. Let's take another short break. Alex and his wife spent some time in the small shack at the bottom of the terrace well to replenish their energies. That's it? That's so. Moving on, anyways. Blink, blink! What's that? What's wrong, partner? There's a pool float drifting on the water here. You're right. What is it doing here? I'm sure that someone must have forgotten it. And the local kids often come to swim and play here whenever they can. Hold on. Isn't this one of Mother Eve's holiest sites? Is it okay for kids to come here to play? Of course! The terrace well was being used for this very same purpose when Mother Eve walked among us. All kinds of animals and people used to play in its waters during hot and sunny days. I see. So it's still serving its original purpose? I've heard that the local fishermen are pressing to get a designated fishing spot as well. Wait, there are fish in the spring? Yep, this place is so famous that several merchants even bottle and sell the water overseas. It is said that it has a beneficial effect on the human body. And using it for cooking will make any dish absolutely delicious. Wells of terrace well's water are extremely popular for all kinds of reasons. But it's just water. Doesn't the church get mad at these people for selling Mother Eve's holy water? You know, kinda reminds me of Belle the Fiend's situation with the power water. Apparently they're fine with it as long as they got some royalties from the merchants. Well, even the church needs money to function. Alex and his wife wonders how bottomless the church's coffers must have been. Well water. And then there were 12 new animal girl. Yep, the kinkiest one. And also, oh god, she got that. She's got that unwholesome laugh. Is that all she does? Yep. Bondage master, by the way. Overkill. It was an overkill. But we got some fans for our baby. Canoes. Let me get into a battle again. We have an infinite resource of healing in here. Yeah, let me get to the... What's in the middle? There's a dark spot in here. Let me get Bandage Girl. Oh, double handies. Great. What? Who did it? Fail the pig! Oh yeah, we can, yep. Oh lord. 80 plus attack and 10 plus critical. We conquered the conqueror, as you say. But in this case, we out-bandaged the bandage master. Who's missing a monster girl? Ooh, mana is center damage. You know what? You'll get 80 plus attack and oh, quite a lot of critical. Tana's still alive. Jeez. Anyways, moving on. We still have some time. Crab? Ooh. Alex. Yeah. Now we can give him a fire attack, which is gonna be burning glitches. Yeah. I mean, there are quite a few monsters that are weak to fire, so might as well. Thank you, game. I love you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1,400,000. Yeah. Thank you. I love you. I love you so much. Anyone else though? 2 bodice girls and a field demon with a spoon. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm asking a liar. What's a liar? I guess someone said. Yeah. Oh, 3 levels. Almost for everybody, except for Platinum and Canoes. Nice. Moving on, anyways. Quite far from level 60 for Alex and Yuragi. Oof. I'm asking whom though? Who is the liar? What? Did you just use the confusion spell from Anime?
Yeah.
Another one! Jesus Christ! We're gonna get like badly! Oh, you need to back away, back away, back away, back away, back away, back away. Good thing the tank counter is increasing slowly. Ooh. There's a Sesha Mara Eve here. Good for fool. The locals must be taking good care of it. It looks as good as new. Yuragi gives it a pure white sculpture on the altar with a bright smile. You say that Mother Eve created a terrace well to have a place to wash after her travels, right? So she came to bathe here? Yes. It is said that a shiny pillar of light grows from the waters whenever she came here. Apparently it can be summoned again by performing a ritual. It's usually carried out during a local festival. Lordy. Sounds nice. It must be a real sight. What? What are you eating now? Just some sweet honey muffins? You sound like I can't fight on an empty stomach. Duh. That's true, but still. What then? Yay! Thanks! I guess it's not one of our snacks that we made. I guess we could take a break for a quick snack. Alex and his wives enjoyed a short picnic and then continued past the mile of Sesha Marie. Let's start the episode here.